Jimmy, I'm live. Please. Stop yelling at the door. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me because my mic doesn't look like it's working. Let me see. Yes, it is. It is working. Okay. I plan to have a fun day crafting, doing some giveaways and stuff like that. And then someone decides to get on and just, again, in the pattern with the red shirt is going to be the freaking bully that she is, abusive, okay? And if you cannot see between yesterday and today that this woman is losing it, and now she is telling me about my deceased son, what I should feel about my deceased son, how I could have never got to the depths of what I got to, okay? And how she's so much stronger than me. Yeah, you don't even know what it is. You don't even know what it is. Don't even open your mouth, because maybe God will show you, okay, what it's like to lose a child there. And so don't ever judge me on my grief, okay? And don't ever tell me how I will feel, or judge me on how I feel, or tell me what depth I could get to from what. And stop minimizing it and saying it's because you called my hair something, because we showed your video last night. It had nothing to do with my hair. You went on an attack after I owned you on that panel. And I didn't have to curse at you, and I didn't have to yell at you. You were out of control on that panel. You looked like a fool, and that's when you came at me. And that's all that you've done. And you had your yes people tell you that you looked great on that panel. You did great. Okay? You didn't. You didn't, and you know you didn't. And that's when you went after me in earnest. Okay? So stop lying that and minimizing what you did and saying it's because I got upset at what you did with my hair. What you did with my hair was months earlier. That was not because of my hair. You came after me because what we called you out on your coverage of the Watts case. Now you're over there quoting BBT, okay, talking about background checks on your children? What background checks on your children? What background checks on your children did I do? Don't accuse me of things and have no proof to back it up. We've already went over your son-in-law, right? We already went over. I tested you on that one, and you took the bait. He doesn't work for the Walton County Sheriff's Office. So how did I do a background check? You and I both know where he works, and that's not from any background check. It's become you constantly give out your children's names all over this place. Okay? How'd you get on my Facebook page? You haven't cleared that one up, right? How'd you get that picture off of my Facebook page that's private? No, you just glossed over that, right? You want to talk about me walking across a parking lot after I sat 6 hours in a car on 3 herniated discs? You think I walk like that all the time? You can't even walk, apparently, because we've never even seen you walk. So you want to judge me? You want to call me a hunchback? I'm walking in my other video. You don't talk about that, right? I'm standing up about the tier tray. I'm walking. I'm not hunched over. Okay? I'm not hunched over. I don't have a flat. How can you have a flat, what did you say? A flat, puffy ass or something? You either have a flat ass or you have a puffy ass. You don't have a flat and puffy ass. Okay? So my pants are all stretched out. That was less than 2 months after losing my son. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Honey, I'll stand next to you full length right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Front, back, side. Let's do it, sweetie. Let's do it. Let's get into a bathing suit and do it. You want to be so judgmental and so shallow? I challenge you to that. Let's go. Let's take a video of ourselves walking back and forth, back and forth. Let's ride our bike in the street, back and forth. You want to go shallow? I'll go shallow. I'll go shallow with you. Jog a mile with me on a video. I'll jog with you on a mile with you on a video. I challenge you. You want to keep using that video and saying that that's how I walk? Scooter saw me after that. So did Caroline Connor. They know that I don't walk like that. Lisa D has seen me in person. You want to go shallow because it seems that what you know? I'll go shallow with you. And I challenge you to that. Let's get in a bathing suit, front, back, side. Let's do it. You want to keep going shallow on my looks, on my body? Let's do it. Let's do it. Scooter, do I walk like that? Does anybody understand that I got out of 6 hours sitting in the car on 3 herniated discs? And yeah, I was stiff. And yeah, I had a pocketbook that weighed a ton. Okay? But if you want to go shallow, we'll go shallow. I will do it. Thank you, Shanna. Let's do it. Let's see if she'll do it. Let's go. Let's go. I'll have video taken walking forwards, backwards. I'll walk across any parking lot you want, as long as you do it too. Let's do it. Let's do it. You say I don't ride my bike? Okay? I'll have Jimmy follow me with a freaking GoPro. And I'll do 8 miles in front of you. Let's see you do it too. I can't walk. I'll have Jimmy follow me with a GoPro. You want to go shallow? We'll go shallow. I can't hike. I get out of breath. I'll go to the top of Jensen's Ledges with Jimmy following me with a GoPro. As long as you do it too. Let's go. Because if you can't, then don't you ever comment on me or anything about me, because you don't know anything about me. And it's all a reflection of what you have in here about what you look like and who you are. You're sitting there in your red shirt and you're being the mean, nasty self that you always are when you come out of your little crying jags. You are so damn predictable. But you want to talk about me being a hunchback? You want to talk about me being a hunchback? Let's go. Yeah, because I'm no hunchback. And I'm no shrinking violet. You were wrong about the shrinking violet, and you're wrong about the hunchback. And now I'm telling you, go ahead. Let's go. Let's go, big girl. Pull up those big girl panties, and let's go. I challenge you. Full-length photos. Back and front. Full-length videos. Walking. Full-length videos. Jogging. Full-length videos. Riding our bikes. Hiking. Let's go. Let's go. And if you can't do hiking, how about we'll climb stairs? We'll climb stairs. Let's go. We'll climb stairs 20 times. Let's go. Up and down, up and down, up and down in a video. Let's see. Let's see who's the hunchback. Let's see who's the hunchback. Let's see who's got the flabby ass, as you say. Let's see whose ass is flabby. You see me walking in my kitchen on the 3-tier video. I don't look anything like that video. Okay? Beyonce can have a bad photo. It doesn't make it what she is. You got one video of where I'm walking with a herniated disc after sitting 6 hours in a car. Let's go. Let's see real life. Let's do a bunch of videos. Because you want to go shallow. You keep going shallow. You going to do that? You going to do it with me? Because you want to keep talking shallow. You want to keep making fun of me. Let's let everybody decide. Let's let everybody decide. Okay? My ass is not dimpled, as you say. I don't have a dimpled ass. Maybe you do. I also don't have butt boils. Maybe you do. Okay? So you're sitting there and you still haven't gotten to the Facebook page that you stole after I had babies back to back and you focused on my knee. Let's compare our knees, shall we? Let's compare our thighs. Let's compare everything since you want to so badly. Okay? Let's see. Let's see how, let's see. Because when you don't rise to the challenge, everyone will know. Everyone will know why. Background checks you accused me of? Get your proof out here. Because that's a pretty big allegation, and my lawyer is going to be very interested in that. You said, point blank, I did a background check on your children. You better have the proof for that, sweetheart. You better have the proof for the things you're alleging. I did a background check on your children. Don't pretend to know the grief of losing a child. Don't pretend. Don't pretend anything is about what you said about my hair, because I could care less. At least I have hair. You want to go? Do you want to go with the hair too? Let's do the hair. You do your hair, I'll do my hair. Do front, back, side. Let's do hair as well. You are an abusive bully that has no business being on YouTube. You have no business being here. The things you are saying right now are disgusting, and you say it with a foul mouth, and what you did to Mama Knows Best is disgusting. And we were coming on here to have a nice afternoon, but of course you're there in your pulpit recliner with your people that can't think for themselves. And you want to cut people down. You want to cut me down on my looks, on my body. I challenge you. Let's go. Get out of your damn recliner. Get out of your recliner. Because you know what? To anybody with a brain, the insults that you're flinging, based on one thing, the insults that you're flinging are nothing. Because they're looking at you and what it says about you. But if you want to keep doing it, then I'm going to challenge you. Stop looking at one little video that doesn't represent me at all. From what, a year and a half ago? Yeah, a year and a half ago, what, 2 months after I lost my son, when my whole body was collapsed? What do you think, I'm walking zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay into the thing? You don't even know what grief is. You don't even know what grief is. And you know what? Since you're such an expert on it, you better be careful what you wish for. You really better be careful what you wish for, because God may show you. None of us know what can happen from one day to the next. And I would never profess, before losing a child, to know what losing a child felt like, and judge somebody on how they feel when they lost a child. I would never do that. And you say I do this to make people feel sorry for me? You are sick. You know why? Because I came on here, and the last thing I want to do is make people feel sorry for me. And you don't know that. I forced a smile, and I forced myself to get back into things because I didn't want to bring everybody down. And I hardly ever share how hard it is. And I hardly ever share the tears that I cry for my son. And you want to sit there and tell me I'm doing this for sympathy? You are nuts. That's what you would do, probably. That's what you would do, because I swear you people want a crisis and you want to use somebody else's crisis. But you know nothing. And maybe you better be careful, because you might know something. You're an abusive bully. And you don't belong on YouTube. Please, please tweet out her video. Please tweet it out. Let them know what she's doing in real time. Let them view her. She can't keep doing this to people. This cannot be allowed anymore. This cannot be allowed anymore. This is abuse. Tweet it out to your news stations. Tweet it out to your news stations. This is abuse. Don't support this abuse. Thank you, Achiever. She's still sending people in here. This is unbelievable. You gotta tweet it, Sally, but tweet it to at Team YouTube. Tweet it to your local news stations. Tweet it to Dr. Phil. Tweet it to anybody that will listen. Send the video to the local and state representatives. Send it to the Florida Attorney General for her fundraising. Send it. She won't stop. She will not stop. If anybody's tears are fake, they are her tears that are fake. She doesn't even show her face. She's so damn predictable, and now she's out in full bully mode. Tomorrow will be full victim mode. If you know anybody, if you know any reporters, get this out to the reporters. They can get it to the right departments. There's only one way that's going to stop, and it's shining a spotlight on it, and YouTube is not going to shine a spotlight on it until it goes out. Hey, how was school?
Never been better.
Never been better? That's good. Is it cold out? Real cold out? Huh?
Kind of.
Really?
I mean, you can wear a hoodie out there. For like a couple minutes.
There's no snow anywhere except for up here, right? Roads are good down there?
Kind of, yeah.
You don't have snow down there on the ground in school?
It snowed like kind of like this, but the snow there is not as high as ours. They only got like that. They got nothing.
I left the car down the bottom of the driveway.
On their grass, and they got like that.
Um,
Down there.
I'm gonna have the. No, I'm just talking. I'm just.
Yeah, there's the car down there. So I have to worry about sipping inside when I get Luke.
Hey, Shari. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that, Shari. That's difficult. The holidays are difficult, and the anniversary around then is hard too. Extremely hard. If you want to know, it's you know who it is, the preacher in the recliner, the bully in the recliner, and we just got to get it tweeted out. What she's doing now is just an abusive rant full of lies with no proof. Yeah, I believe that too, Coconuts, that she sees Dr. Phil as she thinks Dr. Phil would be siding with her. Dr. Phil would annihilate her. Sorry, Shari, that's a lot of triggers there, yeah. So if she wants to talk, let's do that challenge. She won't do it. She won't do it. But she'll sit there and she'll talk and talk and talk. And these people, they cannot think for themselves. They can't. They turned on Mama Knows Best. Where's Mama Knows Best today? Where is she today? Hi, Boo. She's enjoying it. She's enjoying being an abusive person in that chair. Okay? Talking about how strong and how tough she is. She doesn't know what it's like to lose a child, so don't even talk about it until you have. And until then, you should feel blessed that you haven't. She's trying to minimize everything she's done to people, trying to say that I wanted to self-harm because she said my hair looked bad. Yeah, no, that's not at all. As long as we allow it and don't do anything about it, it's going to continue.
Nobody has it as good as us.
You can tweet it, you can report it, because what she's doing is inciting hate and violence.
You going back out with us?
No, I'll just take them off. I'll leave my snowshoes over there.
But
I do it. I can tell you guys.
if you had your chat questioning if your son really did pass, they're sick. They're sick people. Tamara, they're sick. They questioned if my son really passed too. Called around the funeral home. Yeah. Because somebody in their sick mind would do that for views. That shows you where their head is at. She says, I don't talk about my other children. Not only do I talk about my other children, I make videos with my other children. Didn't I just show you my son and his fiance the other night? I don't talk about them though, right? Right, Neck? She will lie right to their faces and they will buy it hook, line, and sinker. She will do anything she can to make people look like a bad person. and herself look good. She says, I'm a terrible mother. She doesn't even get out of her chair to be a mother. Yeah, she wants a lie about background checks. What about those text messages? I wish you would release them all, people of, who has them? People of social media or dear terms of service. I wish you will release everything. Release it all. Release it all. Okay? About how she researches and goes after people in real life. Okay? But she's listening to freaking BBT. Put your money where your mouth is. Where's the proof I did background checks on your children? Let's see. Let's see. No, you don't have any because you're a liar. And you're always a liar. I know, Love and Lynn, but those people over there are eating it up. Eating it up. And this is ridiculous. That's all they do in Bloom. She doesn't move from the chair. But she wants to talk about people's bodies. Well, if she wants to keep talking about bodies, put your money where your mouth is again. And accept my challenge. Full length. Head to feet. Videos, not photos that can be edited. Videos. Live videos. And we'll see how much you talk. And how you pick apart someone's appearance. Go ahead, let's see it. She won't do it. She won't do it. But she'll sit there. She'll sit there and she'll make fun of people. Because it makes her feel good. She's going to do it to the wrong person. Where is Mama Knows Best? Has anybody seen Mama Knows Best today? Has anybody seen Mama Knows Best today? Because I don't even know the woman. I don't think she's ever even come here. But you know what? What was done to her yesterday could send somebody over the edge. Nobody's seen her today? Thank you, Lucy's World. Yeah, nobody's seen her today. That's great. And where is Dorothy today? Because what they're trying to do, and I'm telling Dorothy, what they're trying to do is trying to create infighting, Dorothy. So I don't know what's going on with you, but I heard you crying. And they're trying to create a diversion. And they did the same thing with Truth Teller, who was a plant. When things started, if you put in a search for her name, you will see the awareness channels come up. That's the same momentum that was happening right before Truth Teller went over till truth teller was used. And I'm telling you, she is coming unglued. The red shirt is a front, okay? But it's what she does because she's lost total control. And it's trying to show that she has control. So she comes out and she becomes the most abusive when she wears that. She will cut people down to make herself look better. And her side chat that can't think for themselves and know they can't and they are in a cult, just eat it up. So, yeah. Dorothy, whatever they're doing to you that's making you this upset, they're doing it to create something else for you to focus on because you're getting too close. We're all getting too close. So she did the same thing. That was why the whole truth teller thing happened. And I was screaming at that time inside myself because I wasn't saying anything publicly, and I should have. And I should have said, Lindsay and everybody, you guys are all fighting amongst yourself. You see what you're doing? She's got you completely off of the goal of what you're doing. She's succeeded. So that truth teller thing derailed what was going on. That's one of the reasons that I got involved. Because I was watching and I was saying, okay, there were certain things I was saying, this is what you need to concentrate on. This is what you need to do to myself. I was saying if I could only get out there, but everybody's ignore it. I should have never ignored it. But what's happening is they were getting close. They were having the stuff come up in the algorithms. And then it just, hey, Vintage Girl, how are you? Thank you. It just derailed itself. And she's trying to do it right now. And you guys just have to stop. You cannot fight amongst yourselves. Because that's exactly what she's trying to do. Oh, that's nice. It's nice and scary learning permit as Sparks, isn't it? It is. It's nice and scary. But awareness is what we need because YouTube is not going to do anything. Pam W., thank you. God bless you for speaking. Thank you, Pam W. What we need is to get a light on it. If you know anyone, like, I'm serious, even if it's a reporter in another area, okay, they can get this to the right person at their station. Tweet anything out to Team YouTube, putting this is hateful and abusive content. Please listen to it now. This is live now. Please listen to this now. And that's of your own free will to do this. That's if you're so inclined. Nobody's forcing you to do this, but if you feel inclined to do this, if you feel that her content there is abusive and shouldn't be and is violating terms of service, then please report it. Yes, Brian Enton would be wonderful. So would JD. Anywhere, you're so inclined to report it. They have Twitter accounts. You can tweet directly to them. Right. She is privating everything. I do have her videos. Natasha's victim number 69. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. And thank you, Merry Christmas, for becoming a deputy rambler. But I heard that she will convince her flock that she is right and the doctors are wrong. They are, I am convinced they are brainwashed. I am convinced it is a cult. I am convinced that she is using cult tactics in order to hold on to these people, and that includes shaming, humiliating, punishing anyone that leaves so that they're scared to step out of line. You can see it on the panel. Somebody mentioned Christiane yesterday, that she apologized profusely for if she thought she offended someone by saying the wrong thing. Do you see that? Even though case discussion is completely hateful on her own, she is drawn into this cult, even though she tried to leave and has mentioned the screenshots, and we've seen some of the screenshots she has. She is terrified of ticking off Neck. What happened to Mama Knows Best? Well, Mama Knows Best just tried to go on her panel yesterday, just tried calmly. And just all she was saying was that she thinks things got much, much worse when the fundraising started, okay? And if she would just tone down her language and, talk about what's going on with the money, have an accounting for it, then maybe things wouldn't be so bad. That the money thing is really fueling what's going on. And Neck went at her like you wouldn't believe, screaming at her, and then ousted her as one of the Christmas families, told her that because of what she was doing, she was out of the program and her children would not get gifts anymore because of what she did. And then she got off the panel. Jax got on, or he was on already, and Jax was in a calm voice, but what he was saying was the same type of thing that last night we showed you that Michelle was saying. They take up for her. They say, oh, you can't blame her for being upset. She gets a lot of this. She gets a lot of that. No, they will not see that what she does to people is not okay. But worse than that, everyone in the chat just started to go off on Mama Knows Best, saying, oh my gosh, get her off the panel. She's believing their lies. She's gone over to that side. Get her off. We don't like her. She's against Neck. She's against Neck. It was crazy. There was not one person that stood up for the abuse. Not one. And nobody has seen her today. Because she's probably mortified. And, Neck will sit there in the recliner and say that, no, you'd have to be a very weak person. Well, a person that's experienced unimaginable grief can be weak at times. Okay? And things are not what you said about their hair. And did I do anything to myself? No. Why? Because I'm strong. But somebody may not be as strong as me. And you are dangerous. And your abuse is against terms of service. You age shame, you body shame, you look shame. All of that is against terms of service and enough to get you off this platform. Your lies, your defamation without any proof. Where did I do background checks? Was BBT the biggest liar on YouTube? Or maybe, I don't know which one is the biggest liar on YouTube. You want to quote JOT? Oh boy, you should really do your research. There was stuff going on, Cindy. What do you mean by stuff? Fighting and infighting? She's going to start the infighting. It's what she wants. Don't you understand? She has planted people over here, okay? She has planted people over here. The people that give out links, or the people that try to get themselves in a community. That's how deep and twisted what she does is. She cannot be successful on her own merits. It has to be through practices like that, okay? You have to have a mind that thinks as devious as that I'm going to get someone to go over there, and I'm going to get someone to pretend they're part of that community, and I'm going to get someone to love bomb them, and I'm going to get someone to get in with them. Not only that, so that they can record meetings and they can record this and record that, but we don't speak that way that you think in our Slack. And we are always aware of that. But we don't cut people down like you guys do. I know that's what you're thinking or hoping you would find there, and you don't find it. So it must drive you nuts. It must drive you nuts. That no matter who you send here, you're not going to get something like salacious and juicy and whatever you think that goes on in your mod chats where you cut people down and you talk about people and you talk about stroke victims like Strokey and you call them Strokey. Doesn't happen here. And you know what else doesn't happen here is that you send things, you're the one that exposed anything, and you know it, and everybody knows it, and that's what drives you crazy that I didn't do it. Linda, the hate and the absolute hate and violence that can be incited by a person like that can cause a person to be physically hurt, yes, or worse, or killed. Because the cults, look at Charles Manson. Did Charles Manson physically murder someone? Or did he incite enough hate that he had other people do it? These people obviously cannot think for themselves. Look at the side chat on Mama Knows Best. They cannot think for themselves. Thank you for becoming a Deputy Rambler, Boo. Okay? They can't think for themselves. Whatever she says, they think exactly the same. If somebody thinks, oh gosh, this person, these people are causing this idol, this person they idolize like a god, pain. If I just got rid of that person for this idol, right? If I just got rid of this person for it. Scooter's channel is automatically promoted as Sparks. It comes across every, 15 minutes. They'll put Scooter's channel up there. Nightbot does it. Automatically promotes it. You're not, I don't even think it'll allow you to post a link, but Scooter's channel, Irene, you'll see it. Look at Nightbot. It's automatically promoted. Yeah. It's nurse of all trades. You're looking at a cult. You're looking at a cult leader. You're looking at Jim Jones. You're looking at the same tactics, and like, who said it last night? Doug. Doug said it last night. Look what happened to Jim Jones at the end. Look how Jim Jones started acting at the end. You should really, I really do want to take a look into Jim Jones with you guys, because I think you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot about what she's using, what she's harnessing. She is just as evil as Jim Jones. Yes. Yes, nurse of all trades. This is something, you know what I think? We've just, especially with the pandemic, taken cults to a different level. And I know, like, some of you will say, no, it's not possible that you could have a cult of online people, or that a cult could go online like this. But it most certainly can. Especially during a pandemic, it certainly can. it can even make it grow quicker. And because a lot of people were shut in, they didn't have family and they didn't have friends they could see. This was all they had. You watched something, hey Jameson, on Jim Jones and you were blown away. Yeah. And this is something that people need to be aware of. It's easy to fool people, exactly. And they don't ask for proof. She never shows proof. Like, nobody says in her chat, I'd like to see the proof that Carolyn did this, that, or the other thing. You know, where's the background check information? She won't have proof. There is no proof. She's just going to say, oh, well, because she knew this, that, or the other thing. What did I know? I gave you false information. Your son-in-law does not work for the Walton County Sheriff's Office, so you're not making any sense. You wouldn't doubt the mods sending pictures. Oh, I knew that would happen. Are they doing the pictures after I mentioned that last night? Well, that doesn't count. That doesn't count, because if they had those pictures, they would have showed them yesterday, not after I mentioned that they didn't have them. Golden Dragonfly, keep fighting for the truth and justice. Sarah, did she show pictures of that? Did that mod come on? Did he show pictures of that? If they did, that it doesn't count. How does that count? Why didn't they show pictures beforehand? Oh, is it 3:33? Yeah. Why didn't they show the pictures beforehand? Why did they only wait until I called them out for not having any photos? And we didn't hear anything about broken windows, right? Did they show broken windows? Because, see, that was not what was shown. And how do we know those broken windows didn't exist already? How do we know where those pictures came from? Why didn't they have a police report? Where is the police report from that night at that time? Let's see that. Let's see the police report mentioning those damages, that time, that date. Let's see it. I said this last night. I said they'll come up with pictures and that will mean nothing because you don't come back after the fact. Where is the police report? But those people will buy it hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. Just because they are so brainwashed. Because it's all lies, Crime Scene Cleaner. That's why it's all so messy. Where's her police report? Where's their, testing for the fingerprints of the car doors that they opened and closed? How come her story is all convoluted and it's all over the place? 1 minute she's in the bedroom, then she's in the living room, then she's back in the bedroom, then she was sleeping, then she was laying down. Come on. She was talking to Brooke. No, she was texting to Brooke. It's all over the place. Right, exactly. They're on 98, we're on 99. You don't come after the fact and show the proof. Where's the police report? There is none. And if there is a police report, let's see, then they would have the description of that stuff that was damaged, right? In the police report. And now they'll go get one and they'll doctor it and that. No, you have to have these things when you go on. And that wasn't even mentioned. Broken windows weren't even mentioned yesterday. None of that stuff was mentioned. In fact, that moderator was saying how unscared they were, right? Wasn't mentioning anything. So ridiculous. Hey, KNS, thank you for becoming a Deputy Rambo. But anyway, I am going to open the panel up. I am going to do some crafting because we're going to do our own thing. And all she can do is... Really, Hood Arferty? Interesting, interesting. And that's her good friend, so I guess she'll be going right over to her community, huh? Isn't that funny? Okay. I'm going to do some decoupage and stuff, you know, hideous decoupage. I will please ask you to please get this stuff out to anyone you can. Anyone you can. Because and I do put that challenge to her, okay? But she won't do it. But if you don't do it and you keep running your mouth about me, yeah, it says everything. It says everything everyone needs to know. You want to talk about how bad I look, but you're scared to death to go up against me? Okay. Okay, so let me get the number out to people. Hang on. Okay, I put the number in, and I am putting in a tweet if you're so inclined. Let me just get the, I have to just get the URL of the video itself. And then you can also, hold on a minute. Okay, somebody's here. Oops, where'd they go? I don't know, you guys, you ran away before I could let you in. Whoever called in, you ran away. I'm going to tweet this out myself too, because some of you like to just do the retweet. But yeah, if you're so inclined, nobody is forced to be doing this. If you think this is content that violates community guidelines and terms of service, if you want to report that to YouTube as they tell you to do in those cases, you can do that. I have to just make this a little shorter. So, hey there, how are you? Hi. I still think as pink as my new RX. I can't do the painted black stuff. How are you?
I'm fine, I guess.
So somebody's saying that somebody was ousted from the drama community. Is that true? I don't know. About looking up people's kids or something?
Me?
No,
I don't know.
not you. No.
Oh,
Somebody in the chat said something. I was just wondering.
just like, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Are we all on Zoom? Or are
No,
you live?
we're live. It's just you and I. We're on live on YouTube. It's not just you and I. We're live on YouTube.
Oh, well, I'm going in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Why? You can stay online. We're going to do some like fun stuff.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm redoing the tweet that I had in there because it wasn't the right amount of characters. So let me go and fix that. Okay. Okay. So that's that. Let me go and tweet this. Okay. All right. So there is a tweet up there. If you want to retweet, you can retweet the tweet. Again, if that's what you want to do. Nobody brainwashes anyone here. Nobody has to do anything. Nobody's being asked to mass report anything. Just letting you know that no, there's a plan. I just looking at this thing from TBI. There's a planned search today in the Beach Creek area for summer wells. Don Walls just tweeted that 40 minutes ago. But yeah, if you're so inclined or you feel that it's breaching terms of service, it's a community service, that is what YouTube asks. If you see something, say something. So you can, if you're inclined and you're looking for something to tweet, feel free to use my tweet to retweet it or, whatever. And you can tweet that out also to any news station or wherever you would like. Okay, so hello Tammy. Now let's see, where is...
I gotta get off because I gotta get that tweet because I've got lots of it to go this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Did you read my message?
Did I read your message?
Yeah.
Where did you send it? In Slack?
Slack, yeah.
No,
And
I
I sent you one during the movie last night too, but I don't think you saw it. So
I don't think
I put it.
I probably didn't because I was watching on my phone, and so I can't have the chat. What the heck? The chat visible, so I only can see it, and then I turn it off. Let me see.
Well, just look in Slack.
I'm gonna look in Slack.
See.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out right here.
Because you may change your mind about me coming to get that tweet.
Okay, let me check it out.
Sorry.
That's all right. Are you in here under your YouTube name?
Yeah, painted white. Yeah.
Because I don't see. Let me just go up to search because I don't see it. I'll just go right here. Okay. Now I can see it. Okay. I'm sending you a message.
I saw. Did you like my business card?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Crazy. Cool. All right. So let me see here.
Yep. I'm getting off.
All right.
go to
Yeah. Come back on if you want.
Okay.
back
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's see. Well. Somebody's bothered. All right, so I'm going to get ready to go do my things. How are you feeling, Anna Patty? Just me. I'm going to get set up. I was actually getting set up when I was made aware of the horrible things being said. And so I'm going to finish getting set up, and let me just see here.
What crafts are you gonna work on today?
Oh, I'm going to do a bunch of decoupage, I think. Okay.
Once I get up there, my phone will go up.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm just going to do one thing.
Hello.
Hello.
Time to have a little fun.
Yeah, I'm going to go over there and set up.
Okay.
I just want to do one thing.
I'm doing okay. I've still got a lot of pain. And then I've got
Yeah.
a little area on my incision that's trying to open up.
Oh gosh.
So I'm pretty much stuck on bed rest right now.
Yikes.
I can only get up and go to the bathroom.
Oh yikes. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm a captive audience.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to go over there and get my other camera set up, and so I'll be around. But I can hear, but I just can't. Get, I'll
I'm
let
gonna
people
leave.
in.
I'm gonna leave right now. I just thought you needed somebody to help.
Why are you leaving?
Because
You can stay.
I know. I can call back in. I've been getting stuff going with Dave, and I got a couple more calls to make. So
Okay, all right.
I'm here, but I'm just gonna hang up.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hi.
Wait, Scooter. Wait a second.
I got 2 tweets on my own.
You got 2 tweets on your own?
Yes.
Very
got-
good.
Yes.
Um,
yes. I sent yours and I sent hers and I kind of gave just a brief thing. And so hopefully more people will start doing this.
I did it.
Team YouTube.
Yeah, Team
I did
YouTube,
it.
or you can also send it to any news stations or
I'm going to look for news stations as well.
like that too. Anywhere to get away, and that's if you're inclined. Nobody's forced to do anything.
Exactly, but that's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I sent you the email or not, but we got somebody that knows somebody, and they're going to tell this somebody. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and everybody has their own mind here, so remember,
Exactly.
yeah, we don't
Everybody
have
has their own
brainwash.
choice. Do it or not.
Yeah,
whether
it's
you
your
want.
choice. Nobody has
Yes,
brainwashing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just saying. So now, what
I
did you
think
want to
that-
say though?
Oh, I was going to ask you about, but I'll send it to you in a message.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Oh, I got a message from Shannon M. She wants everyone to know she misses all of us. And
Aw.
she's got some issues going on, that she has to take care of. And she's on Facebook more than YouTube right now, but she'll be back soon. And, wishes everybody
We miss her.
hello and hello to all the moderators and everyone. So, Davida, Daniel, everybody. Okay. Okay. And just get set up.
I'm gonna jump down so I can tweet this also, but I'll call back.
Okay.
in.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Amy left?
Yeah. Okay. Let me go get set up. Aurora. Okay.
Hello, Aurora. Thanks, you guys, for the good wishes. Robin Lane, Debbie Brett, Deborah Barron, Bridget, Deborah Van Couverden, City Girl,
I don't know if she's working, but
Paint It Black. Yeah. FoxyBot. I think FoxyBot sent you an email too.
okay. As soon as I just
Penny number
clean up
one
what,
fan.
Jimmy dropped on my countertop over here, so I can.
The Penny, the therapist is coming back tomorrow to take pictures of it and see if we need to do something different. So I know I'm worried about a wound dehiscence too.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Really made a mess over here.
You want to get it?
I don't know what you.
You know it's on me.
Well, I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know what you spilled over here.
Bridget, you're at work. I see that.
Oh, she's at work. Oh,
Yeah.
You want me to take it, honey?
Mm-hmm.
well, let me hold my phone. Oh, good, my phone is charged.
Okay, Deborah Van.
Want me to get the power washer?
Yeah, Bridget, you're unfortunately at work.
That's it.
I think Cup of Stars, I think Carolyn is gonna do some decoupage.
Yeah, definitely do some of that. I might do something else too. And then, oh yeah, I have to find out, did anyone send me a doll? Did anyone send me a doll? Because I got a doll in the mail yesterday with absolutely no card, no nothing.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's Aurora coming back in. Thank you, Bridget. Aurora, oh, you're getting connected to your audio. Good morning, Thomas Rudenbaugh Jr. You're not doing fire decoupage, are you?
What kind of decoupage?
Fire.
No, fire.
Okay. I think somebody was wanting to see that.
Oh, somebody
can
wants
just
to
go-
see the fire decoupage?
Yeah. They could just go back and look at your
Yeah, you
video.
can look at the fire video. I don't think it's, I want to do that outside.
Yeah,
Had the fire department ready down the bottom of the driveway.
yeah. Amy wants to know what kind of doll it was.
It,
It's like a little newborn baby.
it's like a, looks like a, it says on the Yesteria on the outside of the box.
Yes, Taria.
Newborn baby.
Yeah, that's what the brand is. It's like a Tiffany blue box, and it has in gold letters Yesteria, and it looks like a baby doll on the inside. But I didn't even open it up like fully because I don't know who it's from. And then I was going to do an opening, but I don't know who it's from. There is absolutely no, and just the company was on the outside of the envelope. No idea who it's from. So, if anybody knows, speak up.
Somebody said, well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'll take it.
Aurora's having trouble trying to get in, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Yes, she is having trouble.
Oh, Henny, the envelope I'm not going to open. I'm going to bring it down to the police department. But the doll here is open. It came from a company. Jimmy already opened it.
Yeah, but I'll also open it. I'll open the envelope.
No, you won't.
I'll go out in the yard.
No, you won't. Okay, let me get my phone set up now. Sorry. So it's cold out. Cold out.
Casey Rex wants to know why Jimmy isn't practicing.
Jimmy isn't what, practicing?
Yeah.
Well, yell at him, tell him.
Get with it, Jimmy.
Well, what did they say, honey?
Okay, now I think why you're not practicing.
Oh, I know. I didn't look for trucks, but still.
You're looking for truck.
I'll
Oh,
practice some. Yes, I am, honey, so we don't have to worry about
yeah.
driving the
Okay. All right. So I have to go to Slack and get this thing.
car. I have your car parked at the bottom of the driveway.
And you said somebody else tried to call in.
It's just Aurora. Aurora, try to call back in.
No, but I mean, you said somebody emailed me, right? I think.
Oh,
call.
yeah.
Let me check before I get over there. Judy.
Shanna, did you send an email to Carolyn?
Okay. Yeah, if anybody wants to come on and craft, I'm going to set up over there. So let me see. Panel. Okay. Yeah, you can call in. I'm going to send you a link here. Oops, see. I don't have my. I'm going to get the number. General. Okay. I'm surprised Aurora can't get on because she comes on in the movie nights and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know either. All right. So, Shanna, I'm sending you this. Hang on.
Well, Shanna, you do have to be pretty cool to be on the panel. She said she tried and got a reply stating that she's not cool enough to panel up.
Yeah.
LOL.
All right, there. You should have that now. And let's see. FoxyBot. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so I think I'm caught up on that. I'm going to go get my stuff. My camera. Oh, shoot, I didn't do the...
Hey, Carol Boyce, if you're listening, I got your message.
Okay,
Hi,
I'm going to have
Judy.
to shut the... I'm going to be on mute and no volume for a minute until I get over there, okay?
Okay. Judy with an I says hello.
Hi, Judy.
Hello, Shanna. I see you're connecting to audio.
Jimmy? For some reason, I cannot mute my mic over here.
This one?
Yeah, that has to be muted
I'll see.
because I'm going to go over here.
Yeah, you just want the big mic view, right?
Yeah, just the big mic.
Anything on you can click the little thing on the screen.
Hold on. No, I'm good because now I've got it over here. Okay. I'm just gonna go get my selfie over there. Okay. Hi, Shanna.
Hey, I feel bad, but I have like a couple of questions about Natasha, if I could ask them, or is it like too late? Should I wait for another?
No, you can ask them. Go ahead.
So I've been catching like bits and pieces of kind of your lives about basically the scamming, and I've done some research on my own. Did she ever show proof that she donated to the Gabby Petito that second time?
Well, I didn't see it. I didn't watch anything like that. The only proof I even saw the first time was not even what I would call proof, because I think, and I'm sure with any organization, especially making a sizable donation, you would get something back.
Right.
right? And I never saw anything like that. Somebody can show you something in PayPal and then go ahead and reverse it. So somebody that has had issues with being truthful, I would question that. So you could ask the chat if they saw anything like that, but I didn't even watch anything about a second donation because she only did the second donation when actually, we said something and called her out because she missed the date that it was supposed to go through. Yeah.
Right. But she never showed like where she is applying all the donations she got for like that GoFundMe.
No, never.
I mean, that is insane to me that people just continue to donate to this woman. And she has not shown a single receipt that it's going to where she has claimed that she is investing the money in, but yet people continue to give her money. It's just, it's beyond my comprehension. And
it is.
And
you're not alone.
So I just wanted to like, cause I haven't been, obviously, like, I don't really watch her. I try not to click on her channel cause I don't want to give her the view.
Right.
But I've seen like different clip channels and stuff like that where she said certain things and she's blatantly like, and I think you even said it earlier, said to her subscribers, like, leave. I don't give an F about you, as she's sitting in front of a cross.
Oh yeah. She says she doesn't give this kid. They're all replaceable. It doesn't matter. And in a way, I think she probably does want new people because new people will be
ignorant,
won't know her old stuff.
Exactly.
Foxy
Okay,
Bot, is
I
that
just
you?
wanted to ask the question.
Yeah, it's me. Hey, Nana Patty. Hey, Sean.
Hi. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. All right.
Anna.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's she doesn't show receipts. She said she won't. See, I just think that if I was being accused of running a scam, right, and I wasn't running a scam, that I would say, look, here's the total accounting for everything. But why she doesn't do that and why they say she will not do that is very, very troubling.
Exactly. And before the holidays, it's just so suspect to me. And I don't know. But thank you for like putting all of this out there because I would have never known. So.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I think it's important. Like, a lot of people, like she's on there saying that the reason I'm upset is because what she said about my hair. No, the reason that she came after me, she went after me first. Yes, I know that, but I really didn't care what she said about my hair. When I had her on that panel that I showed last night, she was mortified. And then it became very, very personal that she had to get me back. Okay. And that she's been on the rampage ever since. And then Robbie added to that. Now, Robbie went against her. She was in his chat and he had someone on she didn't like. And she went nutso. Okay. And said, she had her, she talks about all the time bulldogs and this and that, but she had her bulldog, Tammy, which is, I think it's Tammy, just Tammy, goes in and defends her, goes right into Robbie's and tells him this is not cool. Like she has people that go and just parrot for her. And then they all walked out and mad and, and that was it. And if Robbie doesn't get on board and kiss her feet, it's going to be hell to pay. And Robbie's not one that normally does that type of stuff. He does it for if it benefits him. And I guess she does. So, but if not, he'll tear her apart the same way he did many other people.
Wow. The wild community. Well, I won't stay on. I just wanted to ask those questions because like I said, I don't catch everything. I'm work. And so like here and there, I get little bits and pieces, but thanks again for exposing it because people need to know. So
yeah, they do. Okay. You're welcome. Take it easy.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hey, Carolyn.
Hi, Foxy. How are you?
I wasn't too happy last night when all that stuff was going on. I wanted to go full Lugaroo. I did not like that when that parting shot was real people people that are serious about suicide don't announce it Well,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
people that,
well, that's Foxy. You didn't see today. She's reiterating that, so it only shows that she sent that person here, but it also shows that she said I have serious mental illness, and she made that diagnosis from her
really,
her lazy boy.
Lord. Well, I'm waiting for Papa Legba to take that wheel. She's always saying, Jesus, take the wheel. And I know this by chat. Well, I'm waiting for
I don't
Papa
even know
Legba
if Jesus.
to
I don't
take
even
that
know.
wheel
I don't
and
know
make
if
a
Jesus
hard
wants that
left.
wheel. I really don't know if Jesus wants that wheel, Foxy Bot.
Yeah, well, I know. I used to live in Florida. I'm very familiar with Florida. I've driven all over that state. I lived there for years. I know it as well as I do my own area. And I'm telling you, those small towns, those police probably are very familiar with the con jobs that are going on. All those cons always say in prison they found Jesus. And I take the attitude that Sharon Tate's mother did. Well, good, you can serve him behind bars. But you're not getting out. I don't fall for all that, Meredith, as Cajuns say. Can't fool us. We got Angola down here. I mean, you want to get, that's why I like living in Louisiana. It is illegal in Louisiana. Now, I can't speak for the rest of the United States, but once you get convicted of crimes, especially if it's anything to do with the gross stuff that was sent to you about children, you can't get on the internet once you're convicted of that crime in Louisiana. And if you get caught, well, it's not going to end well for you. Now, I don't know about these more liberal states, but I know dang well, I looked up the law. You can't. You get convicted here, you're done. And that's what, that's why I vote. I don't ever miss an election. That I vote every time, because I am not a softie when it comes to crime. You do the crime, you pay the time. Listen, I watched a long series on high control groups. You're talking about high control groups, which is another way to say cult. Any high control group, it can be a political thing, it can be an online thing, it can be a religious thing, it can be new age, whatever. There are online cults. I've seen them. I've even been to their chats just out of curiosity. And I mean, they say some crazy stuff. And you would be surprised at the amount of subs they have. Like, I went over to one online just because, well, I'll tell you why I did it, because they actually had made a good comment about a case I was interested in, about the Michael Jackson, the horror of that, because I totally believe that he was doing what they think he was doing. It was too blatant, and he had too much power and too much money, and he just got away with it. But I think if things have changed now, and I think if he would have gone to trial in today's time and climate, he would not have gotten away with it. But in high control groups, you always have fear, intimidation, and blackmail. So, you were talking about people are afraid to leave the group. They don't want to be harassed. They don't want the personal information, which is a lot of these groups, like Nexum, that cult, or the sex trafficking cult.
Oh, yeah.
But, even though it's called a sex trafficking cult, in a way, it's almost not good to label that, because then people just concentrate on that. And it was insidious the way they got those people to join. I know a lot of people were judgmental about some of the members and felt like they were shallow, vapid people. But after watching this podcast, a little bit culty, with two of the ex-cult members, they had a lot of experts that came in and talked about high control groups. They had that big expert that used to be a Hare Krishna. That was a big group when we were growing up. Carolyn, I'm sure you can remember them. They would always be at the airports.
Oh yeah,
singing
in
Hare
the parking
Krishna.
lots. Yeah.
Yeah, they were everywhere. And on campuses, they were always recruiting. Well, I mean, he was a really smart guy, and educationally, and he gave up his whole life to be in Hare Krishna, and he finally got out of it. And then they had Rick Ross, another high control group expert. But you never, when you get involved with people like that, and then it becomes a mob mentality. You're in a group, and you have to be a very confident person, not egotistical, not a malignant narcissist, because that's the types that run those groups. I believe that we get a lot of personality disorders on the internet. Now, I'm not a doctor, but I did do a lot of work on my degree in psychology. And one of my mentors, even when I went into the film business, they were still begging me, you got to do this, you're too good at it. And it wouldn't take me long to get another degree. I looked at maybe looking at a master's in a year's time. If I could do it maybe part-time and have a private practice, I might do it because I am good at it. And I'm good at assessing people, and you can't fool me. It's very difficult to fool me. Now, I'm sweet and I'm easygoing, and I sometimes will give these fine chucks and coolions a chance, but I observe them. I'm usually out there. That's the best advice I can give anybody online. Before you jump on a chat or get involved in a group, we'll sit back for a few months and watch how they act.
I did
See how they
that.
treat other people. Yeah, that's very smart, because then that way you're not jumping in feet first, and then, later on you find out that wasn't their true motivation at all. Like, now I made a mistake. I jumped in and on the Watts case, and I was coming over to you all the time, and I was coming over to the other person, and ended up being asked to be a moderator, which I didn't want to do. I care less about that. I'd do it for a friend, but it wasn't something I'm dying to do, because it's like a job. You got to be on there, and that person liked to really stay up late, and at that time I was really on a strict schedule. But yeah, you got to watch people, because you see they did a total flip. Everybody thought they was nice, and then that flip comes in. And the real person, the mask falls off, and you see the real person. And if you see somebody that's on the internet and all they're doing is cursing and fighting with somebody, and they can't get along with people, something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Well, they have no content, and they know that brings a lot of content, just because people like to, like that woman last night that said that was entertainment.
That's not entertainment.
Right, but
it's
some
not
people,
entertainment. And there are very intelligent people on YouTube that do not watch that. The serious people that watch true crime don't go to channels like that. They just don't.
Oh, not the true crime, Foxy, but no, she's not true crime. But they watch that because it's like kind of like they like to see a fight. They want to see something happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what they go under the umbrella. Well, I'm true crime. I have this, I have a research team. No, you're not. Because the real true crime channels, they don't even get into drama. They don't even allow it. I mean, a lot of them don't do chats. A lot of them don't do any chats. Isn't it amazing that I can go to several channels and I don't ever see this fighting like this? Yeah, we might get trolls, but I don't ever see the kind of upset that is being caused right now. And you, since the day I've met you, and I've known you since 2018, you have covered all kinds of cases in depth. You don't just scratch the surface, you go deep. And you read the transcripts, and you study, and you discuss. That is true crime. And I am absolutely sick of the word speculation, because it's been taken in a bad way. Oh, by the way, I have some great news. Twitter is cracking down. And that is a good sign. I just got an alert on my iPad today that Twitter made the announcement that no longer will they allow people to use photographs without the explicit consent of the person that is the photograph. So in other words, all these people that like to go over to Facebook and take people's personal info and personal photos and slap them on a website and do what's been done to you, no longer. It's over, folks. And I'll tell you something else. I don't usually curse, but now if I have an evil person and I'm discussing a serial killer that's done something disgusting, I might use a little naughty word here and there. It's very rare, but I have done it, and they are cracking down like crackers on the swearing. So if you bully, if they've edited me 3 times when I was talking about a serial killer. And they say they leave you a question that says, I don't know if anybody else is getting this. And I knew why I was getting it, because I used a bad word. And so, a curse word. So I just changed it to kajin. It's the same thing, but they don't care. Obviously, when it's in a patois of my own language, they ignore it. But if I say it in Anglais, they get, they don't want it. So if they think that you're harassing or bullying, and again, I was talking about a serial killer. I wasn't speaking about a real life person. And I said that. They said, if we're wrong, let us know. I said, this is about a horrific murder case. I'm only speaking to this serial killer, and I don't think you should be worried about what a serial killer thinks. So, but I didn't mind. I cleaned it up anyway. I didn't care. Wasn't that big a deal, and it wasn't filthy vulgar. But that's how they're changing. And people think, well, they're not going to change. They're just going to keep letting us go crazy. They won't, because they're it's a business. And you work for YouTube. And if you get on YouTube and you're going around harassing and threatening people and blackmailing them, and we had that situation right when you first started. Remember that young kid, Attica, who was an influencer on YouTube? He killed himself because of harassment. You don't think they're paying attention to that? Are you kidding me? He was popular. So, no, it's going to get hard. And I'll tell you what, it's going to get where these people aren't going to be able to participate. And they're all worried about what so-and-so is doing. And they think, that somebody in this chat is calling on them because they do bad things. Let me tell you something. In every chat, everywhere you go. And I don't mean to sound like a know-it-all, but I think I've been on the internet longer than most people. I went under a different identity. I went totally blackout underground because I went against Scientology. And those people are litigious. And they had people on the internet. And if you said anything bad about Scientology, they went after you. And I know because they tried it with me and they failed. So, I knew better. I knew not to give any of my personal information out. And Anonymous, the white hats, took them down because they are no longer able to be secret. And that is a high control group. People that got in next to them thought, oh, this is a great group. It's self-help. Because all of these con artists can take a little bit of the truth and take it from different sources or use other people's language. And they're real big on language. I wanted to point that out. All that humiliation language, that's a tactic. That's a tactic of a high control group.
And it's also, Foxy, by all the stuff she does to try to degrade me is what she tries to do to make people from here disparage me and to leave here. Yeah, so
that people believe that you're insane or that you're some sort of
she loves saying I'm paranoid.
Personality disorder.
And she says today she's saying I'm mentally ill. Today she's saying I have a mental illness.
No, you're not mentally ill. You're a mother that had a loss and you are in grief. A mother that has faced horrific harassment that nobody should face. You've had your house swatted. You've had threats made. I was here when that Fruit Loop called in around a few years ago and said he was going to burn you and put a bomb on your property.
Right.
I heard that with my own ears.
Me
Yeah.
I wish
too.
they'd have caught that. Yeah, that Fruit Loop.
But you know what, BBT will say, I planted that call. You know, they will do anything they can to make me seem paranoid, to
Look,
make me seem mentally
nobody's going to plan a call and then ask Homeland Security and the state police and the feds to come investigate them. You find
Yeah.
chucks, couillons. You make me sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? Some big old Fache, Tayo, Rougaroo's going to come out and going to take a bite off your chew. And then you don't know what's going to hit you. There's some nasty ass people on the internet that are really crazy. And you're going to run into them and you're going to say, oh my God, what have I done? You like to think, and all these people like to play head games, mind games, and then they're so dang paranoid they think that everybody else is doing what they do. No, not everybody does all those crazy things. People don't call CPS and waste government agencies' time. That's against the law. It has a $5,000 fine and a 3-year sentence in almost every state in the United States. Nobody wants to serve prison time if they have a brain. Now, you may go and run with school shooters that have already been in prison, but I'll tell you what, us normal folks don't have any desire to go spend our holidays in the penitentiary.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Amanda Soley sent you a message, Carolyn. She says, I often watch your uploads, so I rarely comment. I just want you to know that I greatly respect you and support you 100%. You're not just standing up for yourself here. You know that, right? I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And then also someone wanted me to let you know there was a school shooting today in Michigan. There was 3 that got killed and 6 or 9 that are hurt.
Oh no. Where is that in a
Somebody
high school?
Somebody said she's scared of no one. Let me tell you something. There is always a bigger junkyard dog than you are. And I guarantee if she's been to the pen, she don't want to go back. And that is not a nice place to be. I have gone in low control prisons in Louisiana. We call them P farms down here. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, if you value your freedom, unless you want to be crammed up and you know what like I told you, my boyfriend is an engineer for the electrical company. He has been for a very long time, and they offered to give him a big promotion, but he said it was like Chinese water torture because people call you you're on call 24 hours a day. So he said, no thanks. So really he's doing the job, but he's just not getting paid for it. He'll take over for his boss. When the pen calls us, when all the facilities call, they tell him he has to let them know, hey, we got to cut off the AC. We got to cut off the heat, whatever. And you know what they tell him, these good old boys down here? They say, we don't care if you cut that heat off in the 108-degree temperature. Why, cut it off, son. Let them convicts sweat. They don't care. And now that's called posturing. People posture. They act like they're big dogs. Let me tell you something. Real people that have taken a punch in a fight, and I've taken a punch to the kidneys and been knocked down marble stairs. Real people that are really, truly street smart, they don't go around running their mouths. They keep to themselves. They stay quiet. They get along with people.
Right.
Any smart person,
Who
even
just
on
came
the
in?
street, and I know some street people, and you know what they say? It's better to be loved than hated, and it
Right.
really is. If you really want to be a leader or want people to look up to you,
Right.
it's a lot better to get people to talk to you, be friendly to them, than use that fear and intimidation. And I'll tell you what else happens. Nobody believes you after a while. What did we watch the last few years with all these mouths, Carolyn? They run their mouth, they run their mouth, they run their mouth. What happens? Nothing. There's nothing. I mean, you got swatted, and that's unfortunate, but you're all right. You're all right. And now the cops know. Let me tell you something. They know in my area. If I get a call, I've already called them. I said, if I get one little call, I'm just letting y'all know. If any of these idiots make a call or think they're going to mess with me, I'm letting y'all know I'm going to take care of it. But I'm going to call you first and let you know and file a report so that you'll know that I did all my due diligence before I pulled out my weapons. Because I'm
Right.
not messing around with that. As real Louisiana people that grew up near the swamps like I did, we see booger bears all the time. Okay, when you see an alligator about 11 feet long, okay, and you live around that, you know what to fear and what not to fear, and every kind of poisonous snake out there, and all kinds of
Excuse
creepy
me.
crawlies.
Yeah.
It's always the small things that get you
Foxy, hey,
anyway.
Foxy, just 1 minute, please, because I think Nana Patty's trying to say something.
Yeah, Teresa Lily wants to know, I'm sorry, Foxy, what are you using to decoupage on the ornament?
Yes, I'll show you right now. I'm using this, which is by Aleene's, and it's premium decoupage. I also there's a napkin decoupage one, but it's very hard to find, and you can only usually get it from Amazon, and it goes in and out of stock. So I use the Aleene's when I can't find that, and I think it works better than the Mod Podge because the Mod Podge gets very, very thick. And who got on the did someone else call in?
Aurora.
Oh, hi, Aurora.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay.
You
Is
don't see
YouTube?
But I'm sorry, but I don't usually get emotional. But that burned my chew last night when I heard that woman say to a departing shot, "Real people don't announce that they're suicidal." Oh yeah, they do. One of my dear friends that showed up in your chat last night.
I didn't announce it. Yeah. You know what? I didn't announce it. I said after the fact because I told people after the fact, okay, that I scared myself and I never felt that low. They've twisted it out of control, and it's what they do. And so they want to say now.
You shared with your friends that you've known, some of us, since 2018 and developed bonds with us, that you hit a low point. And there is no shame in that. I was at a low point the other day on Thanksgiving. That's why I love my Nana Patty. I want to give her some dirty rice because she invited me to her house, and it made me feel good. Somebody loves me. That's a good feeling. I lost my whole family, not just like a little one or two people. I lost everybody. Boom, boom, boom. And you lost your son. And I mean, I'm sorry, but you reap what you sow. I'm tired of these hypocrites. They obviously don't know scripture. I mean, give me a break. You can't go around treating people like that and expect the Lord is going to shine his light on you. You can't. Okay? Now, there's a difference between what I believe in a word. It's not a Cajun word, because I've got some German in my family. I make a joke about it and say, watch out, got some Nazis here. I'm joking. I'm not serious. There's a word in German is Rache, and it means righteous reckoning. It's not revenge. It's a righteous reckoning. So that means when you go out and do bad things and say bad things and wish ill will on someone that's suffering, you're going to get your Rache, and you're going to get your righteous reckoning. And when it comes, I don't want to be anywhere near you. You own your own. You made your bed.
Carolyn?
Now you get to lay
Yeah,
in it.
what is it?
And
Tenth
that
Angel,
other woman, what's her
10th
name? We
Angel,
won't mention her name, but
Foxy,
Foxy.
give me
what?
Yeah,
1
no.
second. 10th Angel wanted me to tell you that she did decoupage today with her 3-year-old grandbaby, and she loved it. It was so messy, but so fun.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Oh,
nice. And I'm putting this extreme glitter on these, and then they'll dry, and the glitter doesn't flake off. So, it's not like it's not like that. So it gives it a little
has anybody ever tried to paint like, normal shoes? I know you can dip your tennis shoes and, change the color on them because I've watched videos on that. But I have a pair of brand new nice shoes that I want to like change to a bright, crazy color. Has anyone ever dyed their shoes? Because this is kind of like a shiny leather. If anybody has, let me know because I want to, or if you've seen a video on it, tell me in the chat because I want to go watch it. I want to dye these shoes kind of a bright, bright color. I don't know if they're real leather or not. I think they are.
Hey,
But
Aurora,
they're
Aurora, were you wanting to say something? Did you have anything you were wanting to tell Carolyn, or?
Aurora?
Aurora.
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 Can you hear me?
Where'd
Yeah.
you go?
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Oh, what's up?
But when you started crying, I'm still not over that. When you get emotional, I go crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's just.
I'm glad, I mean, maybe I should just come out there to New York and sit on your front porch.
I'm ready to go now.
Maybe
You
that's
gonna
what
go?
should happen.
Your house?
What happened, Aurora?
She said that
And
she
then
would
you
go to
can,
New York. I said, I'm ready to go now.
Oh, you're ready to go now. Okay. Where do you live, Aurora? You're in New York, aren't you? Or,
Are we on YouTube?
no, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
live.
I'm in New York. I'm in New
Yeah,
York
yeah.
City.
No, nobody thinks we're on YouTube. I don't know why people aren't thinking we're on YouTube. Maybe because you think it's like a movie night or no, it's not movie night. We're on YouTube. But yeah,
I've never been on YouTube like this.
Go. You're the first time. Hey, what about that? What about that movie last night?
I didn't watch that.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No, because
what
my
movie
computer
was
broke.
it?
It was
Now
called.
I just clicked the mouse, connected a mouse to it, and that's how I can use it.
Oh, it was called Clover Hitch. It was about a serial killer, like that. This son finds
I
out.
don't do scary movies.
It really wasn't scary. It was like more psychological.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't
What
scary.
was the name of it?
Clover Hitch.
Oh,
It's on
yeah.
Netflix now, right now.
Yeah,
fell asleep.
Clover.
Was it good?
I've heard one I thought called Cloverfield.
It wasn't it Clover Hitch. I believe it was Clover
Yeah.
Hitch. Yeah, it was. It had what's his name in it? McDermott. What the hell is his name?
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan McDermott. Yeah, and I mean, it was really weird. It looked like an old movie, like from the 70s. But I think that's just because I was, but it wasn't set back because they had technology. So it wasn't set back that far, but somehow, it looked like it was supposed to be like that. I don't know. It was just weird. But it was a little bit of a strange movie. Some people were, wanted some more to be done at the end. But it's.
Did they catch the killer?
Well, I can't. I'd ruin it for everybody, and I'd be a big.
Give me
spoiler.
the basic plot. Give me the cliff notes. Because this sounds familiar.
It's kind of like Stephen King. Remember when I think it was The Perfect Marriage, and she goes into the shed and she finds something about her husband, and that it was he was supposed to be like the BTK killer. That guy, did you ever see that movie? Foxy, you never saw that movie?
Yeah, I saw it. That's a great movie. I saw it.
Okay.
Charlie, that was the guy from Soul Magnolias that played the guy. Oh
Yeah,
man, that's a fantastic movie. I just saw the thing.
it's
It's totally
kind of,
based on BTK.
yes, it's kind
And
of like,
it was about his son who figures out his dad is the real killer, the serial killer. That's what the movie plot's about.
oh, you saw it?
He's
Al?
like a Boy Scout leader. He's like a Boy Scout leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
And
saw
he's
it?
got the little girlfriend that her mother was killed by the Clove Hitch killer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a great movie.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't recognize that guy for a minute that played him. He's cute, man. He's good looking. But he was really good looking when he was younger. But you know, he's really a talented actor. I really like him. Dylan?
Yeah. I hear you.
Dang, that's a good movie. I would have rewatched that with y'all. I sure would have. I don't mind seeing movies. If I like them, I can watch them a whole bunch of times. Because, you know, in movies, you always miss something. I always like to have the caption on because my cajun ears, you know, don't always hear the dialogue. And so, like, I was watching this guy on a raccoon channel, and he's from Canada, and he kept saying, "Let me go get my cokies." And I was like, "What are cokies?" And I kept, yeah, cokies. I was like, what? And I was like, what the heck is he talking about? And then I saw him go in the house and get a whole bunch of cookies to feed the raccoons. And I said, wow, your accent, your accent's really bad. Made me feel good. Yeah, there's Brent. Listen, I'm just catching up in chat. That's right, Brent. We don't play, baby. You better sashay when we get fashay. That's right. Carry your butt. Or I'm gonna carry you down to the bayou and put some sang de poulet on you, and I'm gonna go hoo hoo hoo. That's a gator call. You know what we do down here? We hang a chicken neck off the tree. And those gators will come up over the river or the swamp or wherever you got it, and they jump up out that bayou. Boom! Choo! Take it.
It's a beautiful Christmas ornament.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something around the. So nobody wants to come up and craft. Where's all our crafters?
I don't
Nobody
know.
wants to talk crafting.
That.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay.
Yeah, you know, all that spirit box stuff, that ain't nothing but junk science. I'll take y'all down. Y'all want to go be scared? Anybody want to be scared on the internet? I'll take you down to some Louisiana places where they practice the real dark Greegery. Scare the pants off of you.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Jimmy?
No, thank you. I've been.
Please?
Louisiana crazy stuff.
Please?
I've been, and it's pretty frightening. Pretty frightening.
Jackie Burns Creation says that she loves that.
Yeah, I think she gave you that now. Jimmy? Where are you, please?
I can't believe Jimmy re-ripped his shoulder. We got so many people sick. We got Jimmy. He got to have another shoulder surgery. Poor Dave has had one. Nana Patty just had her knees operated on. Is in massive pain. Davita was worried about ripping her stitches out. Then I looked at all the people in chat when you brought up about your herniated disc, and my eyes just nearly bugged out of my head. Oh, by the way, while we're talking, let me just get on another wrap here.
Wait, Foxy, before you do, somebody said your volume is a little loud.
Okay, let me turn it down.
Okay.
I get on this landline, and to be honest with you, My friend calls me. She's got health issues, but she's tough. Oh, you don't want to meet her in no dark alley. She'll call me, and this is hysterical. I fell asleep on my phone a few nights, and I kept calling this lady all hours of the night. I was trying to call my friend, and I guess I had it, honed in and dialed in my phone wrong. So she left a nasty message on my answering machine. Boy, wasn't the day to do that, lady. I picked up the phone because I always listen to my messages. I said, "You've ever heard of an accident? That was a butt dial. Get over it." Click. Oh, my Lord. Well, my girlfriend thought that was funny. But, yeah, that's another thing I was going to tell you. We got a lot of sick people in our chat. A lot.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people come here. Because they're dealing. I felt so sorry for that sweet little old boy last night in the chat done had him a heart attack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
Doug.
You don't need to be over there with that kind of situation. My daddy had a stroke when I was in the 7th grade, and I nearly lost him. And then he had a heart attack when I was like a little bit after college, and almost lost him then. It's just hereditary in our family. So, he came, I'm glad he's coming over here because he's right. You go through that, you can't get upset because you get your blood pressure worked up. Next thing you know, you're stroking or having a heart attack. My blood pressure gets so crazy high that they've thought that I was going to have a heart attack. In fact, I'm on blood pressure medicine, which is why I stay chill. I don't like getting upset and I don't like conflict. But by God, if you bring it to me, I'm going to deal with it. I'm not a hothead. I am not a hothead at all, and I'll work with you. But man, you push me, you think you're going to play your little sicko mind games? No ma'am. Yeah. I've lived with crazy people, and I know people far crazier than you are. So, nobody bothers me, especially when you lose everything. Yeah, I don't think there's much I'm scared of. Really, it's not. What's going to happen? Like my daddy said, if somebody really wants to kill you, I guess you're going to have to try. I guess you're just going to have to go for it.
Can I say something real quick? I know that some people are putting in the chat what's going on over on that other channel, and we really don't want to know. So just don't write anything. We don't want to know what they're doing over there. If we wanted to know what they're doing over there, we'd look. And
listen, let me tell you something. I don't give a flying, what people say about me. Like I've told y'all 1,000 times, the only opinion that matters to me is my own. And the rest of the people, you don't like me, you don't, say la vie. I don't care. So, it's not the only reason I just wanted Carolyn to know that last night I was supporting her. I've been trying to come over here every day, but because I'm an empathic person and an empathetic person, I do not like to see good people cry. If it makes you feel better. But once she shared with me in the chat that she had a low moment and that she actually went there, and anybody, that's normal. You get down enough, you've made a big loss in your life, like a child, that's completely normal. It does not mean you're insane. What would have been horrible is if she would have kept that to herself and just stuck it down. Right here. That would have been bad.
Well, Carolyn had to go get a drink.
No, I didn't.
Okay, Jimmy.
Look at my aligners.
So I tried to decoupage it.
I like
what are you wearing?
That decoupage is pretty. Oops. I'm not the most crafty person.
Like clumsy finger here.
I paint.
Yeah,
Mama Ames wants to know what you're wearing.
What am I wearing?
Yeah, on your hand.
That's not me.
Oh, that's Jimmy?
That's Jimmy.
Yeah, I was trying to decoupage something here.
Oh, okay.
But I do
But
have.
power wash the thing. I was trying to date deposit. So
But I do have
Oh.
something. I do have something I want to say, and that is that, and it goes along with, I think, how we'll do the giveaway, which is going to be how if you're a real longtime Rambler, you'll know what this sign is. You'll know the big sign. You'll know what we did for this. And so this is a mini sign, and we're going to have a giveaway. So let's see. I think what we could do is we could have a trivia question, and then the first, say, 20 people that get it right, then they will be in a random number selector or something like that. But I have to think of I had a list of these trivia questions for the channel, and now I'm like drawing a blank. Jimmy, I don't have that for everyone, Jimmy. Jimmy, please stop. Don't make things hard. Please don't make things hard. I know, but I know. Okay, so I'm trying to think, there were certain trivia questions. I kept saying, oh, those would be a great trivia question. Let me just think here for a minute. And
Mama Ames wants to know what those gloves are called that Jimmy had on.
they were Freddy Krueger gloves, I think,
Okay.
from my son Michael's costume one year. I believe that's where they were from, or from Ethan's. I don't even know, they were from somebody's costume. It was Michael or Ethan's. But, and what did I do with the little things? I just had the little things that I need. But I was trying to think of, really hard about the the trivia questions. I had them. I kept saying, oh, we have to put those in for trivia questions for Ramblers. And I'm gonna have to think now. But so
You could do a pick a number thing again.
yeah, but that's so hard because everybody starts just throwing up numbers and then people get crazy. I just think if they think of if they answer a question and then the first 20 people can be put into a random number generator.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, because I just think the number, I don't know. I mean, we didn't do the number thing for like the contest because that was for the mods. Like last year when we did the gnomes, Scooter had names and she was like, we had, last year, you had to call in to be, didn't they have to come on panel?
Remember that.
I think they had to come on panel to be entered in. So you had to come on panel and talk to us or something.
Hey, congratulations on making your goal of 40,000. Forgot to tell you that. Woo-woo!
Thank you. Yeah, we're over that now. We're almost at 42.
Yeah, I know you are. You know who pointed that out in chat last night? They went, wow, Carolyn is over 40,000. You know, I didn't even look. And I went, whoa.
Yeah, we're almost
so
at 40.
I'm really proud of you. You stay on that. See? And you've been having around 600 people watching in your chat. You know, we've at least got 600 viewing.
Yeah, when we do
those
crafts,
are some good numbers you're pulling.
Yeah.
What did you say, Carolyn?
I said when we have crafts, of course, there's going to be less, and someone will try to point that out, but that's okay.
Well, not everybody's interested in the crafts.
No, but they'll love to. Whatever, you know what it is. They are who they are. But yeah, so we will. Let me think of how. Maybe we should try to get some people up on panel to
just say hello.
Yeah, say hello. So yeah, if you want to, that's what we did last year. That's right. So it was everybody that was on panel got entered. And then we did actually Scooter pulled their names or something, but we can put it in a random generator too.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you have to call in and talk to us if you want to be entered.
Well, like somebody said that watches
already
you
has
regular.
100. Foxy already has 100 entries in there, and
Yeah.
You don't have to do crafts. You can just come over here and watch, or
Just say hi.
get on panel and talk.
yeah. So
Visit.
you can talk about now. So you said there was a shooting. Was that a high school or an elementary school? Do you know?
I'm not sure. The shooter was 15.
Oh no. And
Oh, no.
what did they capture the shooter?
I don't know. They didn't say that. You guys tell
Well,
us
do you know what
about
state it's in?
Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. I see it on my alerts. It says Michigan school shooting leaves 3 students dead and 6 others wounded, authorities say. 15-year-old opened fire at Oxford High School. Motive remains unclear. I don't know. We got to become more like Switzerland, where they don't have all these school shootings. They have similar laws that we do, but yet they have the same freedom to own guns, but they don't have all these shootings.
Yes, he was captured.
Okay, so he's still alive?
They said 3 dead, and yes, he was captured. That's from Bergstrom.
I'm looking at the Guardian. They did not immediately identify him. They recovered a semi-automatic handgun. They said it's a small community, too. Only about 22,000 people, 30 miles north of Detroit. And they had 100 police officers, including an FBI agent in charge, and 60 ambulances dispatched. I'm tired of people getting killed in these schools. It's ridiculous. It's just crazy how serious that children can't even go to their school without fear of being killed. I used to never, when I go out now, I'm always observing everyone. If I go into a store, or if I were to go out to eat, or anywhere I go, I'm looking at the crowd around me and paying attention, where I didn't always do that before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, different times.
I'm hyper alert.
Yeah, me too. And anytime I hear any kind of yelling or something in a store.
Yeah, distance yourself and get out.
I'm like, what the heck is that? Or like somebody dropped something. Oh my gosh, really bad in the Walmart the other day. It sounded like gunshots. I was like, what? Yeah,
they had some nut. I was at the airport and I was waiting on my plane, and my fiance and my dad were with me. This was a few years ago. And this nut just went crazy, at the ticket counter. And he went into a rage, and he was just screaming to the top of his lungs and waving his arms. And I got the security guard, and I said, get over there right now before someone gets hurt. Because I thought he was going to hit the ticket agent and the guy. And I hate, but my dad got mad at me because I go, run! Because the security guy just was kind of, he wasn't really doing anything. I go, did you not hear me? Run! And he shot over there and Daddy goes, just calm down. I go, I'm calm. I just don't want to hear this idiot rage, and I don't want him to pull a gun out of his pocket while I'm sitting here waiting for my plane to take off. So my father got mad at me. But hey, now when you get mad if you pull anything on a plane, you go on the no-fly list. I've been standing in line and seeing the person, they go get their boss, and I've watched people that have gotten not anywhere near that outline, and I've watched the guy go, you were rude to one of my employees, now you're on the no-fly list. I'm just like, wow. you know, but I mean, I wish they would let people, you know, have those, what do you call those people that go on the planes with you? Their security. What do they call those guys?
Air marshals?
Air marshal. I think they need, you know, at least 2 or 3 air marshals on every flight. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking about a plane full of 350 people. That's not many, you know? And
Yeah, I
I mean,
agree.
you get 3 people on a flight, I'd feel a heck of a lot more safe knowing they had somebody on there that was armed,
I agree.
you know, but I don't think and I think that is something like, you know, your taxes are for roads, hospitals, things like that. So I don't mind, you know, my taxes go to that. I'm all for it. I'd rather be safe than a sitting duck. So, because you can't carry anything on a plane anymore. They go through, I mean, if you have a nail file, they throw it out.
Mm-hmm.
They broke my expensive perfume bottle. I got really angry because, you know, they go through everything and they look at it and examine it.
Yeah.
I made a joke. My dad got him mad. I go, they were, you know, frisking him because he had a defibrillator and a pacemaker, and they, you know, they go like you go through that metal thing, and I made a joke when I was sitting off to the side, and I said, "Don't you regret smuggling those drugs?" He goes, "Shut up," and he goes, "That's not funny," and I was like, "Oh, they don't think that." But yeah, I'd rather, and I mean, I don't blame people for wanting security at schools. Now at schools, they got the so that they know that there's no guns being passed through. So I wonder if that's a little school, that's a little town. Maybe they didn't have a metal detector, or maybe the kid just came in from maybe he didn't even go to school there. Y'all remember who one of the first school shooters was? It was that 16-year-old girl who was a sniper. She's getting out, by the way. They're letting her go.
What
I think
school
she's
was
in her
that?
40s now.
What school was that?
I don't remember, but I remember that was the first school shooter because I just watched a doc about her. She was the first one, and it was a long time ago too. It was way before Columbine. I think she shot all those school kids in the 70s or early 80s, but that she was the actual first school shooter ever. But Carolyn, when you get I know you're really busy, but maybe you can watch that podcast called It's a Little Bit Culty, because it really goes over high control groups. And I mean, they cover it from every angle. They cover it from the people that were in high control groups. And I'll tell you another good thing to watch is I've been watching a lot of this Mormon channel because they're ex-Mormons. And they talk, and the guy's I think he's a psychologist, and it's called Mormon Stories, I think. And I was watching it today, as a matter of fact, and that's all they cover is high control groups. And he was on their podcast, and the next ex-cult members were on his podcast. So then I went to Spotify, and I just watched a whole bunch of them because I'm obsessed with cults and high control groups because I like to figure out, you know, how did they get them in? What tactics did they use? You know, how do they pull you in? And man, you had to have some money to be in that next film cult. But have you really looked online and seen people in the last 3 months? I've been on live chats and actually seen people drop $500. And I'm like, where are they getting the money to do that? And I've seen several people where there's no content, none at all, just drama. And I've just been lurking, and I've seen them drop 100, 50, 50, 50. And I'm thinking, good night. You know, we're in economic pressure right now because of the plague. Where are these people getting this money from? And why are they dropping it here? You know, but I mean, there's so many cons online. It's unbelievable. But I think they're going to crack down on them. I really do. because I'm watching slow change. And when I got that notice from Twitter, I just wanted to do a little dance because nobody has the right to use anyone's pictures without their permission. That's just not cool. I would never do that. Like if I had a channel that I was doing videos,
Of course, she
you
never
would
did it.
never
You know,
catch.
somebody just gave it to her, but that's okay. I'm sure somebody just
Well, that's
gave it to her.
that's BS.
You know, but
No,
yeah, you
nobody gives
yeah,
it to you.
yeah.
You put it out. You put it out. And you
Yep.
don't ever put somebody's little minor children on the
Yeah,
internet.
multiple
Are you
times.
crazy?
Multiple times for my minor kids on there.
Yeah. And I saw all that. I saw all that gumbo they did to you, you know, when they were writing you those filthy letters about the children.
Yep.
That's some disturbed individuals.
It is.
That's some first class sickos.
Yeah, but they'll get theirs.
There's always a place at Coalinga for people like that. That's where they keep those people when they leave prison. If you have a record of doing any sex crimes, they send your butt right to Coalinga. And what they're doing now, they're getting smart. They're setting up more and more facilities for these high risk sex offenders. And so they don't get, like when they serve their prison sentence, they don't get out. They go straight to this facility, and they cannot get out unless they go through the therapy. Now, I watched an hour-long video on Louis Theroux, and I highly recommend his videos. He's British, and he's been putting out videos for years and years and years on YouTube, and he did one on Coalinga. And if you want to know where those bad people go, watch that. It's very interesting, and it teaches you how their mind works and why they shouldn't be allowed in society because they cannot be cured, and you know you can't help them. It's just really sad because you know I feel bad for anybody that has that kind of mind. But you know, once you put your hand on a child, that's it for me. You know, we got to protect society. We can't have people like that in society. You know, society has to be protected.
Right.
But I'm sure if there's a fine for just intimidation and threatening people and making these fake calls, I'm sure there's some really serious stuff when you get involved in that kind.
Foxy, if somebody has to register as a sex offender, what does that mean?
There's a lot of things you can't do once you register. Like
No. What I mean is, what is the criteria for having to register? What have you? What must you have been convicted of?
It can be a lewd act on a minor. I mean, it can be anything.
It could even be like urinating in public.
Okay.
Right. You could expose yourself and you could get arrested for that, or being caught doing something that was, well, I don't know how to get around because I don't want YouTube to censor you. But you could be caught doing an act,
just say an act
of a certain thing, and then you get caught peeping Tom, like she said, public urination, doing some. Well,
then you would have
now say is an immoral act, or speaking to a child in a disgusting manner, using lewd and lascivious behavior. I mean, look at that comedian Paula Poundstone. She was looking at 14 hard years for a lewd and lascivious act with a minor, and she took a plea deal because she didn't want to go to prison. And they've glossed right over that. Her publicist and stuff. She always tries to gloss over. Oh, well, I was drinking. Well,
what did she do?
I'm sorry, but
what did she do? I missed that.
Okay, she had foster children, and I don't know why they allowed her to keep the children that she actually adopted. They removed the foster children. She did a lewd and lascivious act on a minor female child. and she was looking at 14 years, and they got her. And one of my friends that has a crime channel, Roberta Glass, talked about that because it was before I met you, and I was hot under the collar because someone jumped on me. Because I used to like the woman. I watched her comedy and everything, and she can be really funny. So I made an innocent comment trying to have a civil discourse, and I said, is it really true? Did she really do something to that child? Or, does anybody know anything about that? Oh, shut up, blah, 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 just real rude. And so they started being a jerk. And I said, you know what? I wasn't going to look up what she did, but now I am. So when I looked it up, I found out she was looking at 14 hard years of time for a lewd and lascivious act on a child. And then they took her foster children away. So, they don't just do that for fun. So she was pressed with and charged with multiple counts of lewd conduct upon a child and child endangerment. That was her charges. And an incident involving 2 other girls and 2 boys. That was a long time ago, but still, man, I wouldn't want that on my record. I would never hurt a kid. They're innocent little angels. That's just not something a normal person even thinks of.
I was going to tell Nancy M. we had talked about the school shooting. So we got that general information about the 3 dead, 8 in the hospital, and the 15-year-old shooter. And also going back to, what constitutes having to register, I think that also depends on every state. Because I know in our state, the public going potty you do have to register. And some other states you might not have to. It just depends on the law in each state. Why were you asking, Carolyn?
I was just wondering, that's all. How come? Yeah, it's 40%. Yeah, what MD said, I don't know why MD's comment was deleted. 40%, that's very true. Police officers have a very high percentage of domestic abuse. Yes, they do. I don't know why your comment was deleted, MD. Yeah, but that is very true. And so do other groups like firefighters and things have a very high, correction officers have a very high domestic violence percentage there. That is very true. So, yeah, I don't know why that was. But yeah. I was just asking because I just was wondering if that was against, that's something with having to do with minors, right?
Yeah.
If you have to register, correct? Yes. Okay. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably anything having to do with
minors. And most offenders start young. That's what people don't understand about that type of offense. It's not the dirty old man that just starts offending as an adult. They start as teenagers, really young. They had a case that haunted me in Florida. It's the Junie Martinez case, in case any of you true crimers want to look it up. This boy was 13 years old, and he was big for his age. He was a heavier child, tall. This convict had just been released. He was only 21. So I don't know if he'd been in a juvenile facility most, and then they switched him over once he turned 18. Wasn't that big of a guy. You would have never seen him really as a physical threat if you just by looking at him. So they released him. He posed as a skateboard editor because this kid loved skateboarding. Came over, met the parents, the whole 9 yards. The kid disappears. So I was working with this therapist doing some volunteer work. And every day we would discuss the case, and he just point blank asked me, do you think he's alive? And I said, no, sadly, no, I don't. And
I don't understand.
Sure enough,
Sorry, Foxy, I don't understand. You're saying a 21-year-old that was released from prison took advantage of
a 21-year-old convict who had been put in prison for that reason started offending in that
Right.
category
And
without
so took
me.
advantage of a 13-year-old, you're saying?
Yeah, I actually met the parents, convinced them that he was a skateboard editor because the kid was crazy about skateboarding. Actually came to their home. That's how good he was. That is how good, especially jailbirds that have, that's all they do in prison, folks. They learn how to get better at conning. And if you don't know that, trust old Foxy Bot when I tell you, that's a school for them. They just get better at whatever crimes they're committing. They learn to be more manipulative. They learn to be more deceiving. That's why I want y'all to watch that Coalinga by Louis Theroux, because it will show you. It's actually comedic in a sick way, because you will see them in there. Now, they may can go tell a parole board they love Jesus and they've changed, but they can't fool those psychiatrists. Those psychiatrists are some people that understand how their mind works. So it's actually quite hysterical, because you'll see them picking up the psychiatric lingo. And they'll be trying to, there's actually a female doctor in the documentary, and boy, she's brusque. I mean, you got these big old prisoners in here that have done horrific crimes against women and children. And she goes, I don't feel comfortable. And you'll just see that prisoner, he'll try running the con on her, and it doesn't work, because they all know, but they'll try. And I mean, Louis Theroux in the documentary, one of the prisoners had a artistic rendition of that famous choreographer from New York. My mind's going. I don't know if it was Bob Fosse or another one.
Sondheim?
Who?
Sondheim?
Might have been. He did ballet too, because it was a picture of men, young guys, in tights, ballet tights. So Louis Theroux reminded me exactly to the T of you going into a facility like that, because he goes, is that poster really appropriate? I could just see Carolyn saying the same thing. And then they busted him. The prison, the guy that ran the facility came in, the psychiatrists all looked at it, and they all decided it wasn't okay, because it looked like a minor. It looked like a male minor, and he got in trouble. It was hysterical. But he had to take it down, and then he was, again, they try to use the lingo that they hear the psychiatric staff using, because they're mimicking. And that's another thing people in high control groups do. They're very good listeners. Then they'll act like they're real compassionate. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick. Oh, and I care about you. I'm a good person. I go to church and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And the next thing you know, and they mirror you. So when they see you react a certain way, then they're trying to mirror you. So that's one of the ways they pull you in. That's the con, see? They're trying to con you. So, they're studying you like you're just like animals in the wild hunt their prey. An alligator will lay real still, and you won't think he's going to attack, because he could be, many feet away from you, just not moving. That whole time, I guarantee you, he's watching you, and he's just waiting for something to happen. Like, I just watched a guy on video that swims with gators. Now, he's trained. He's in Florida, and the alligator came up and booped him right on the face, like he was giving him a kiss. And he said to the audience, hey, don't think this guy is my friend. Now, I may love him, and he said, he's just ruining my talk because he came up here and booped me, and he looks cute. He said, but if that limb were to fall on me, he said he would eat me. He's not my friend.
Right.
I'm his friend, but he's not my friend. And that's the way you got to look at people. You may like them. You may think they like you, but in reality, they're not your friend.
Right. Just because
They
they're
are
not
not
attacking
looking
you.
out after your,
Right.
huh?
Just because they're not
Yeah.
attacking you at
But
this very moment doesn't mean that they're not going to attack you
yeah,
when they need to
and
attack
trust
you.
and believe, folks. If they'll treat other people in a
That's how they'll treat you.
derogatory, threatening manner and
Mhm.
humiliate them in public,
Yep.
don't ever think they won't do it to you. Just
Yep.
like that old cocodrie. He may come up and boop you, and he may seem so friendly, and as soon as that tree branch knocks you in the head, he's going for you. You're
Yep.
done.
Yep.
Don't be so trusting. Like they
Yeah.
said, Thelma and Louise, they were on the run. I don't know if y'all saw that
Yeah.
movie. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. But she told the one that was more naive, you got to quit being so open with people and telling them all your business. I can't tell you how many people I see on the internet. Saw one a few months ago, and I told her that same exact line. She's from New Orleans. I said, you got to quit being so open with people and oversharing with them. Take
Yep.
some time, get to know the person before you spill your guts to them, because there are evil people in the world, and they will use that against you.
Yeah.
That's what they made them do in the next film called. They made them give over collateral.
Oh, yeah, collateral.
The
Yep.
women,
Yeah,
the
and
women
more and
had
more.
to take every month. Carolyn,
Yep.
I did not
I-
know that they
Yep.
had to do it every month.
Yeah. Yeah.
So every
Yep.
month, I thought it was a one-time thing.
Nope.
But you would think that if you gave a
Nope.
compromising video with no clothes on doing certain acts, immoral acts, that would be enough. No,
Nope.
they
Nope.
wanted it every month.
Yep.
And they wanted the deed to their house, and that woke
Yeah, but they
one
also
of
wanted
them
you to
up.
say things about your relatives. They wanted you to give away secrets about all the people close
Right,
in your
right.
life.
Any
Yeah.
dirt on your family. And
Yep.
then they told you if you don't have dirt, make it up. Well, if you've written a letter in your own handwriting, even if it's not true, and they read it in public, people are going to believe it is true. So that's going to hurt you too. So
Right.
that's why they didn't have people leave, because they were afraid the collateral would be used against them.
Right, of course.
So
That was the
that's what
whole
was
reason.
so.
Who did
And
this
it's the
last
same
night?
thing online.
The
You
Nexium
give your
cult.
public, you give your
Oh.
private info to these creators you don't know, and they will turn around and use it on you.
And they
They
do
will
it here
record
in
your
different
convers.
ways. They have you text them. They have you talk. They have you
Right.
think that they care about you, and talk to them about your spouse, and talk to them about this, and talk to them about your relationship, and they care so much, and they're your friend. All they're doing is getting text messages that they can bribe you with. They try to keep you in those
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember a
And
few
then-
years ago when you warned me when the first case we ever worked, we were all obsessed with, when that case broke? Remember you warned me? You said, "Hey, Foxy, go look at Murder Rap Session, see what they're talking about the victim." Okay,
Right.
so behind the scenes, I had no beef with these people. I was new to this. I had just started talking to people. For years, I wouldn't talk on the internet because I was underground. I was trying to get at Scientology, so I didn't talk to anybody. So then you warned me, and then I kept observing. Then I went over to Sure enough, you were right. That's another thing. If you've got a friend like Carolyn telling you, "Hey, go check this out. They're slamming this person to death. This is a victim of a violent crime." And they are over there bashing her, saying made up crazy theories that weren't true. Yeah, the FBI already broke the case. We already knew the facts. So sure enough, I went and checked and she was right. Well, I had never done anything but be, as I always am, civil, kind, welcoming. And this moderator left her chat, and she revealed what was going on behind the scenes. She had all the texts, and they were talking about their chat like they were dogs. And I mean, it didn't matter if these people had super chatted them. They were making fun of them and laughing because it was a con. It was a total con. And, you're going to see it more than once. Look how long we've been here in this little group, and we've seen them come and go. Isn't that right, Carolyn? And we're going to see more of them come and go. But I do think they are cracking down, because at the end of the day, this is a business, and YouTube doesn't want these other online people pulling their audience away. So, they're going to crack down because they have to. It's just a matter of time. And I'm already seeing things implemented. So they're already editing your comments. And I know this because I have had about 3 or 4 of me getting mad about some jerk that killed somebody, and I couldn't even say anything about them, the serial killer. So imagine what they're doing to people that harass, and more people are turning in people like that. The rule of YouTube is unwritten. Be a bully, lose your channel. It's just an unwritten rule. If you don't believe me, go into the big creators and watch them go over who they don't like on YouTube because of this same behavior, because of people scamming. These people are legitimate. They don't want people coming in like that because that hurts their channel. Then people won't super chat them because they're afraid. So of course the big channels are going to cover it, because they don't want those bad apples ruining it for them. And that's all Carolyn's doing. She's just telling you, watch out, because, people may seem friendly, but give them some time. Lurk a little. Get to know people before you open up to them, because you're going to get hurt.
I probably lurked about 6 months before I ever said a word in this channel.
That's what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
You should do, because it's, I was with that one person for a long time before they totally showed their real selves, over a year. And I saw red flags, but I would make excuses, well, maybe they're upset because their family member died, blah, 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 blah. And that's another thing. When you find yourself making excuses and you see red flags, that's not good. So what I would suggest is, hey, we all have our bad days when we're a little crabby and maybe we say something we shouldn't, comes off wrong. And also on the internet, it's always hard to tell when you're speaking in text because you can't hear the inflection of the voice. I will let 1,000 things go before I respond. Or I'll just ignore them altogether because they're not worth my time. Like Carolyn, I like that Carolyn said she doesn't let them take, they don't pay rent in her head, so they don't take space. So
okay, all right, Foxy, we're gonna try to get to some, because some people are writing in that they want to get on crafts. So I don't know, they want to talk about crafts. So I want to take care of that and see what we could do here. So I think Michelle is calling in. No, just because we'll talk about this more tonight. We always have stuff to talk about with that. But I'm trying
go ahead and
not
do
to
your
let
crafts. I
her
don't want to
dictate.
take away from that.
What? No, I just don't want to dictate. Like, she's dictating too much, stuff here with her bullying. We're addressing this like a lot, and I just want to kind of get on a little bit more. Hi, Michelle. We're going to talk about this more tonight. We always have stuff to talk about. You know what I mean? Just because it just.
Yeah, I want to be. Well, you know me. I like to tell funny stories. I don't even like to talk about this crud.
Right.
But I just wanted you to know that when you start crying, I don't want you to feel like, I don't care about you.
No,
so
I know.
I'm just letting you know.
I know. Hi, Michelle. Is that Michelle?
Captain Lee fan.
Okay. Captain Lee fan. Okay. No.
Hello?
All right. Hi, Captain Lee fan.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. What's up?
And yes, my name is Michelle.
Okay. Because I don't know, because somebody just mailed me, and is that you that emailed me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't sure. Sorry, I wasn't doxing you. I had no idea that was you.
Yeah,
Sorry about
that's me.
that.
So,
Hi, Michelle.
hi.
Glad you joined us.
Those are very pretty.
Oh,
Aren't those
thanks.
gorgeous?
Yes.
Are those being part of the contest?
Oh, the shells?
No, what you're working on right now.
Oh, they're not even, this is the first one I've ever done. So,
Those should be a giveaway. I
Yeah.
want to win it.
do you? I'll send you one. I don't know
It's
how
beautiful.
happy you'll be.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
The shells are great too. I would have never thought about doing that with the shells.
Yeah, I've got to put the ribbons on the back, and
Those are neat.
but I mean, this is the first time I've ever done these, so it's
Well, you did good.
get better at those. So what's up, Captain Lee Fan? Are you doing any crafting, or you want to talk about something? What's up? Don't be shy.
Not today, I'm not. But
No.
I did email you. I think I told you a while back. I emailed you a couple of questions about decoupage.
Oh, okay.
About the jars and stuff.
All right, tell me. Yeah, you ask him right now, because that's
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm planning on making my stepmom and my mom some jars for, I've got the napkins and everything. And I've got a couple of jars for my stepmom. But I want to make my mom, since she walks with a walker and she's always afraid of dropping stuff.
Right.
So I'm wondering if it'll work on a Miracle Whip, jar that's plastic.
Yeah, it'll work. You can decoupage on just about anything.
Okay, that's great, because they always love when I used to make stuff for them. And I thought, well, this will be really cool to make something like this to go along with the other things that we're planning on getting them. So,
Sure, especially if are you looking like to paint it first?
Yeah, I was wondering, would chalk paint, work really well?
Chalk paint will work well, and they also don't I have a thing here. I thought I had it. Here because there's another chalk paint is really good, and I had a red one here, but there's also another. Sometimes the chalk paint, some people say they can't find it on some places, but if you can't, there is a way to make your own. And there's also, here, this paint. This is what I'm looking for. This multi-surface paint. You can get this. It's by Folk Art, and that's available also in Walmart and several craft stores, of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only craft stores we have in our town is Hobby Lobby and I think Jeffrey Allen's and Walmart, of course.
I've never heard of Jeffrey Allen, but where are you? Are you on the West Coast?
I'm in Indiana.
Oh, you're in Indiana. Okay.
I'm in Terre Haute.
So you're not near Scooter then, right?
I think I'm a couple of hours, maybe 3 from her, because I think she lives near Chicago, right? Really close.
She lives near Gary, Indiana, I think, and Valparaiso. I'm doxing her, but she says it all the time.
Yeah. I know where Valparaiso is. Yeah. So, yeah. But that's about 3 hours away. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's where she's near.
I do love your channel. I really, really love it. And I flipped out today when I saw you get upset. And I did not go into her chat because I will not give her a view. I will not subscribe to her. But I did go and leave her a really hateful message in one of her videos. I told her that she had not lost a child and that she has no reason and should have no right to tell anybody when they have a time limit to grieve. And that she is Satan walking the earth. And that's how I feel about her. And then that she definitely has no reason to body shame anybody either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sorry, but she probably gets her clothes from Florida Tent and Awning. And
I wonder if
Oh.
she'll take me up. She'll have a reason why she can't take me up on my offer, and it won't be because she's wrong or she's
Right.
whatever. She won't take me up on it.
For somebody that doesn't get out of her chair and doesn't go on when she goes on vacation with her family, just sits in a hotel room and doesn't do anything with her kids, and you do. And I mean, I have health problems myself, but I go walking every day, whether I'm in pain or not.
Yeah.
And before my husband died, I saw myself in the mirror and I said, "Why didn't you tell me how fat I look?" And he said, because I would never, you'd never sleep with me again. And, but I went on a big weight loss thing. And so, I mean, I can actually say to her, yes, I'm sorry, you are big. Because she has no reason to ever, if she doesn't get up and do something.
I like this little girl.
So.
She's a firecracker. Go, Michelle.
I've got a mouth
Michelle
when somebody makes me mad, I've got a mouth. And and normally, yes, I am.
Well, you're just expressing your opinion. You don't like to see people bullied, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't like to see anybody grieving over, because like I said, I've lost my husband. It'll be 5 years in January, and I'm still crying.
I'm very sorry.
There's no time limit on grief.
I'm very.
That's what people tell me all the time.
Isn't.
There's you just, and you can go for days and days and be perfectly fine, and come out of the blue, a song or a smell, or something will just set you off, and the tears just come from nowhere.
That's true. So true, Michelle. You're a very wise, sweet person.
Like slap the crap out of her. I'm sorry, and I'm not normally that kind of person, but
no, she's doing the red shirt thing. It's when she's feeling her strongest, and then she quickly goes back into being the victim. After people go at her for being so unkind and so horrible, then she comes out that she's so hurt and so this and so that. It goes through the same cycle over and over and over again. And
and that's what you said. She's a firecracker today, but she's going to come on all
and be
tomorrow,
the little
and everybody's going to be after her.
Not showing her face, and then being everybody's picking on me. And then back through the same cycling, because she was doing it. Yesterday she started like that, and then she started to get real feisty at the end. And of course today she came on like a bull, and then she'll come on like a weakling, because she'll get a lot of backlash from this, and then she'll act all hurt and bothered, and I mean she'll say 90 times how I had this many people watching me, and she was doing her stupid, ugly, horrid decoupage, and nobody was watching her because she's not talking about me, and nobody likes her. They all hate her, and she's got nothing. Her channel's going down the tubes. That's all she's going to say, okay? Because, we always did crafts, and yes, we're not getting 900 people in here when we're doing crafts, but that's okay. That's the way it's been. It all comes on the topic. But if I talk about a true crime or something, Summer Wells, we'll get a lot of, that's the way it works. It's not you, lady, and you've got a really false sense of yourself, but she'll do it. She'll just use it. She'll use it.
And you were 100% right. When I first went to her because Gabby Petito, and that's all she was doing was streaming the news. And I was like, well, shoot, I can see that elsewhere. And
He's back to school. He left the book back.
You left your book back? You left your binder?
All my work in the locker room.
Oh, that's good, Luke. I don't want it right now, thank you. But
I like how you really get in depth and really give the full details, and you don't just, read from, she just gets everything from the news, just verbatim.
Oh yeah, and then yeah, exactly, and then pretends that she has inside information for these people that are going to the scene for her, and and of course, then doesn't mention when she's totally wrong about bullet holes and all the crap she professed to be true. That's not true. But yeah, never will address that. Never will address that she doesn't have proof for any of this stuff. Accuses me of things like these background checks based on something what BBT is telling her. That's a pretty big, strong accusation. I'm glad we got that. And since you're not suing me, it looks like we're going to have to just be suing you, okay? Because you don't have an attorney, and you're going to have to get one. So I hope that money that you spent, I don't know, you'll have another fundraiser. But yeah, she wants to come on there with some strong accusations that I'm doing background checks and say nothing. She really should understand the laws.
Yep.
Because she's just a very abusive person, very abusive. Yeah, totally.
Yes, she is, and I agree with you. She is flipping out. I mean, I think her cheese slipped off her cracker a long time ago, but it's really slipping.
Yeah, no, she's trying to really get in there and tell everybody she's not scared, and that's why she's coming again with the personal. She never stops with the personal attacks, and if she really had stopped, the personal attacks would stop, but they don't. She has to degrade me because she's so afraid that people are coming over here. She's so afraid of that, and so she's going to constantly try to degrade me and make me subhuman. That's what they're doing. That's what they've started.
I'll be right back.
Well, it's backfiring big time, big time. All you're doing is adding more people.
Yeah.
So it's
because
backfiring. You're coming across vulnerable and kind and like a feeling, emotive human being, which is and a lot of people like Michelle here, she understands what grief is and she's gone through it. And people that have gone through it, they understand it and they don't like seeing somebody treated that way because they relate to you.
Right. And
so it's just giving you just making you look good.
And and the people she's associating with, are just showing, because now she's got, the hello one on there. And that's just showing what she does and who she's associating with. Because did you say that?
You'll get more people in crafts. You're going to continue building. And pretty soon, before you know it,
I mean,
you'll have 400 or 500 in crafts.
It's okay. I'm fine if there's 200 or whatever in crafts, whatever. I see, it's so funny. They're the first to say, oh, we're not all about numbers. We're all about this and that. But they are all about numbers. That's all they're about. Okay? That's all they're about is numbers. And that's why they just keep attacking.
If you sit around worrying about numbers, you'll never get them. Because that's all you're thinking of. But if you do the work and you relax, like you're all relaxed now, I can tell. I can see it on the video. And you're calming down and, getting back to your own. And so people will come. Like that movie said, make it and they will come. That movie about the guy building a baseball field in his backyard?
Mm-hmm.
And then with Kevin, what's his name? Costner?
Costner, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I missed movie night because I love that movie. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, we found it. So, I have to find better. I have to go through my napkins. I'm just going to do the rummage sale, but I might just do the. I can't believe it. Is it? Oh gosh, I thought it was 9:30. It's 5:45.
I'm so glad Michelle has come on. She's a good addition.
Yeah.
She's sweet.
So we had
people like that.
Thank you.
4 people on today. So
you're going to meet a lot of nice people here, Michelle.
Well, I am going to have to hop
You'll
off
make
here
some friends.
All right, Aurora, I've got your
because
name down because I'll just take your
Yeah,
names
I'm
down.
gonna hop off too, Sugar.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Carolyn get her some more guests on here. I just wanted her to know. When people cry, that makes me not happy because I don't like to see my friends hurt like that. Love you, Carolyn.
All right, love you
All right,
too.
bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye, Foxy.
yeah, I'm going to hop off of here and let somebody else up here, but because unlike her, the other one, I actually cook for my family.
Yeah,
rather
no,
than
I'm
doing-
going to get off. See, that's what I was going to say too. Anyway, I'm going to get off because we're going to start dinner as soon as Jimmy gets back from the school. And then I may do something like, I don't know, maybe around 9:30 or 10 o'clock and just start the killer across the table with in a private Patreon Zoom. So if you're a Patreon, look for that message. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to get off here, get this cleaned up so we can have cooked dinner, and then look for that. And then of course I'll be on later and I will address any crap that's going on. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna close out over here. Thank you, Nana Patty. And then I've got everybody's name that was here. I'll do a drawing for one of the things. Okay.
Okay, there was one more that wanted to call in, so I don't know if you want to
who?
include them. Amy Margolin, she sent an email to call in just now.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to include her in the drawing.
Hold on. You want to call in? Let me see. If she just wants to say something, I'll let her call in now and see if she wants to just say something fast.
Amy Margolin, are you just wanting to say something real quick? You
Or
want
did
to call in real quick?
were you coming on to ask a question or say something, or were you coming on to do something?
She
Let
said
me know.
another night.
Oh, okay. All right, no problem. All right, so we'll see you guys. Thank you. I love you guys. It's gonna echo
Love you.
really bad, but I'll talk to you guys later. God bless. Thank you for everything, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.